scrapper. Ashley Sexton takes on Rob Nelson. Stand by for a really hot one. This should be good. Friday fight night next week. Ricky Burns defends his Commonwealth Super Featherweight title against the fiery, aggressive Michael Gomez. That's next Friday, 10 o'clock on Sky Sports 2. Up next, two men hoping to get into British title contention. Ashley Sexton hoping for a shot at Chris Edwards for the British and Commonwealth titles. Still unbeaten, stopped his last opponent in 2 rounds. Takes on Yorkshire's Rob Nelson, hoping to get straight back into the title mix. Lost to Andy Bell for the English title last time. That is his only defeat on the slate. Got it from the start.
Second round. An exciting young prospect on the scene here in Ashley Sexton. Plenty of ability, confident type 2. Here's a 5th outing and a good match against Rob Nelson, who fought for an English title about a year and a half ago. And an interesting education for Sexton. Could be tough, he could make it easy, Jim.
Yeah, but on paper this looks like a good match, which will maybe tell us something about Sexton. Certainly loads of talent, speed, everything you need. But Nelson's a little tough nut. He's been in a few wars of his own, so I think a lot depends how Sexton goes about this. If he wants to get involved, he sells some tickets, he likes to please the fans. So if he decides to get involved, this could be a hot one.
And he has plenty of fans here. He has made the short journey from his home in Cheshunt. Popular Sexton at 21. A flash and brash character. It could be good for the sport.
Got to be careful here because Nelson keeps his chin nice and low as you should, and any clashes of heads, Sexton's going to get the worst of it, and he's shipping punches as he comes forward. He's taking too many. I just think he's too eager to please his fans. Maybe a cool head is something, and he's there. He's caught with that right hand again. He's been caught far too often as he comes in.
Yep, some cheeky rights early doors from the more experienced Rob Nelson, who's 29. It's a tough one for him to come back into, but he did go 7 with Andy Bell. But I think you're right, Sexton. The way he came in as well tonight, he was bouncing around and cheering to his fans. Got a knuckle down, job to be done.
He's maybe a little bit too fired up.
There's a cut, Jim, though, by the right eye of Rob Nelson.
I was expecting if the heads came together, Sexton would have been the one to kick him off worst. Taking far too many punches at Sexton, and maybe just a little bit too flash at the moment. Maybe should get his mind on the job.
Just to look at his cornerman, Michael Marsden Nelson. Sure as if to say that's pretty bad, that cut. We had one last weekend, didn't we? Caused by a head clash. Marco Antonio Barrera, Amir Khan, that was a savage one, and a head clash has caused this little one by the right eye. But how bad is it?
Well, entertaining opening round, that's for sure. They've both really gone at it. Sexton a little bit more reckless than I imagined he would be. Excellent opening round. Keep those side shots going. Yeah. Keep that. Right. Well, I expected heads to come together. I've already said that. I expected the Sexton to come off worse because that little bit taller than Nelson's chin was always nice and low. But this game is full of surprises. There's another one. But he was catching Sexton so often that Sexton was pulling his way in. So I think they'll be calling for a change of tactics in Sexton's corner.
Second out, round 2.
Bradford's Rob Nelson has had the eye patched up. in the sky blue trunks with the black and grey boots and the sparkling red of Flash Ash, Ashley Sexton. Busy, good to watch. He's won 4 out of 4 with 2 stoppage wins already, and so wants to dazzle in front of these fans, and that was a good shot, a long one, an arcing one, and again, good pressure from Sexton now, and a body shot as well.
Well, the exchange punches there, but Sexton's was the punches that had the meat in them, and Nelson forced onto the defensive there. So that was a good little exchange. Sexton came out on top.
Remember, this is only his 5th fight. He was a top-class amateur, but you are pitched in the flyweight division in Britain. There's not many of them out there, so you've got to move quickly. It's tough, the education. He's got to be careful of leaving his head there with his gloves down and chin exposed, Sexton.
They're both just a little bit too enthusiastic. It's good action, but maybe just a little bit scrappy because of the speed. So they both just have to settle down and pick the punches a bit more cleanly.
Nelson tries the body shot with the left hook this time as a riposte. But better flow and variety from Sexton in the second.
Still not too difficult to catch Sexton. He carries his head high, no movement. He's caught again with the right hand. I think he's going to have to address that.
Well, he absolutely adores the sport of boxing. His trainer Paul Reese was telling me he thinks about it 24/7. He's on the phone to trainers around the world to go and get sparring in America, in Mexico. He really wants to succeed, and that's a good sign for a young pro.
Yep, it's an excellent sign. He realises the way to learn the business is to spar with people who have learned it already. I just think he's a little bit hot-headed tonight. I think he could smooth things out a little bit, but the punches are nice now. Picking them beautifully there.
And that cut looks worse on the eye of Rob Nelson. He just dabs away at it. Does catch Sexton, but it could become a problem. And it was Dave Paris, the referee, the same man in the middle, who eventually, with the doctor's advice, had to pull Marco Antonio Barrera out of that fascinating match with Amir Khan. The red trunks with Archie and Indy emblazoned on them. There are Ashley Sexton's 2 children. The young father. A man with so many dreams of domination in the flyweight division. A long, long way to go. Firstly, he must deal with Rob Nelson, who's won 6 of 9 from Bradford. Been around since May 2005, but has had a gap since September 2007. So having to find his